The Olympians in fiction are often depicted as arrogant, spiteful gods who care little for human boundaries. In Hades, they are all of these things, but they're also fucking hot. Let's skip the honeymoon phase and cut to the sorrowful breakup because there's no way a relationship with any of them is gonna work out. Here are the Hades Olympians ranked as your ex. Thanks Upurva for this suggestion. Number 9, Ares. If you didn't know he was a walking red flag when you first saw him, you definitely figured out by the time you broke up. Do I really have to elaborate on this? He's surprisingly well-mannered in this game, but every piece of dialogue he has triggers my fight or flight response. You might have to watch your back for the rest of your life. Number 8, Demeter. She is canonically very possessive, and the only way to escape her clutches is to literally fake your death. Look, guys, let's have a chat, a little heart to heart. I know MILFs are in high demand these days, but the aftermath just isn't worth it. Nyx is right there. Number 7, Zeus. This is the highest ranking Zeus might ever see in my videos, but only because the gods below him are just that bad. He is a menace. He'd try to win you back in increasingly invasive and public ways with no regard for your protests, at least until he finds his next victim. Number 6, Poseidon. He'd probably act all chummy with you as if he's moved on, but every interaction with him is obviously a ploy to win your favor back. He's kinda like Zeus, but in a more tactful way, which is arguably more sinister, but at least you can ignore him easier. Number 5, Aphrodite. She is literally the goddess of love, guys. Once your relationship is over, the rest of your life might be hollow, knowing you will never do better than the literal Aphrodite, which is similar to what you might experience if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel. If for whatever reason you break up with her, she will ruin you. There is no avoiding this. Number 4, Hermes. He'd say some shit like, gotta go, bye, and just like that, relationship over. Wait, hold on a second. This man is probably the dad who went off to get milk and never came back. I cracked the code. He's number 4. Yeah, the standard for Olympians is pitiful. Number 3, Dionysus. He'd mostly contact you when he's hopelessly drunk, that is to say, all of the time. It's kind of endearing, there'd be a lot of crying, I imagine. You could maybe get along with him without much bad blood after some time passes, which is more than I can say for most of the gods. Number 2, Athena. She would present a PowerPoint outlining your flaws and the points of failure in the relationship, complete with peer review and citations. It would really hurt, but you'd come out of it begrudgingly impressed and knowing a bit more about yourself. Number 1, Artemis. She'd probably fucking shake your hand and finger guns out of there. Really awkward for sure, but it would only become funnier with time, and I doubt there would be resentment between you two for long. What's the takeaway from this? If you want a calm life, don't date the Olympians. This has been my TED Talk.